by the principles of passion, innovation, integrity, excellence, and teamwork. The team has been working diligently and with passion over the years to establish Uniparts as a preferred supplier to the off-highway vehicles for the global markets. We at Uniparts believe that through our off-highway focus, well-positioned product offerings, and marquee customer portfolio, we have a robust global business model to cater to the long-term trends of food security prioritization, as well as infrastructure building and modernization. By way of leveraging engineering competencies and global delivery model, we are proudly partaking in building the world, feeding its people. We must assure our stakeholders that the management continues to be optimistic of long-term prospects with the visibility of short-term aberrations. The company's business model continues to be relevant as ever, in fact, more relevant with every passing day. The complement of our off-highway products, overall portfolio, and marquee customers validate the robustness of our global business. At the core of our product portfolio is a reality. People will need to eat and people will need to construct. At a time when the availability of arable land has declined and global populations are increasing, there is a priority to generate more and more given land tracts. Besides, this reality is complemented by the fact that the farm labor availability appears to have peaked. Climate change is making farming increasingly vulnerable, and the rising disposable incomes is generating an increased demand for food products. Besides, as the world passes through an increase in disposable incomes, there is a growing priority to build homes, office, and supporting infrastructure. These overarching realities have only deepened the rationale for a company like ours to focus further on its core while adding adjacent areas. There is a growing conviction that the Uniparts business model addresses a reality fundamental to addressing the outlined challenges related to food security through responsible farm mechanization. And besides, the company provides components for equipment that catalyzes construction. At Uniparts, we have responded to the short-term macro softness by focusing on business strengthening initiatives that have enhanced our preparedness across facilities and resources to when demand revives. We are optimistic that the core rationale of the business remains intact, and once the trade pipeline is exhausted and demand persists, there will be a revival in our overhead off-highway vehicle prospects, marked by fresh buying and restocking. The business strengthening initiatives of the last financial year remain aligned with the company's medium-term business plan that should translate into sustainable growth. Your company expects to leverage healthy cash flows and robust balance sheet to sustain investments, business strengthening, acquisitions, or alliances. The company has been deepening cost optimizations and process efficiencies, strengthening overall competitiveness. Your company continues to augment digital capabilities, digital and analytical planning tools, for example, enhancing organizational agility, competitiveness, and data-based decision-making. The size of Uniparts' core market is more than $1 billion, while adjacent market spaces provide us with an opportunity 10 times larger. The size of these markets empower our company to not only remain invested, but to deepen our presence with increasing investments. This market growth is being catalyzed by the enduring twin themes of increased global infrastructure spending and enhanced food security priority. Uniparts is an adequately dispersed global player. We are not dependent for revenues on single geography. And over the years, we have moderated our geographic concentration risk and continue to work further on the same. Uniparts enjoys growing multi-year relationships with world's leading OEMs and large organized aftermarket retail store chains. The quality of these engagements has enhanced the revenue visibility for the company and enhancing sustainability. We are working closely with these customers, customizing products and partnering in their journey to empower them to win in their markets. This is inspiring our customers to believe that we represent an extension of their enterprise. Uniparts enjoys an attractive foundation on which it is built. We enjoy long-standing relationship, leading presence in the core product verticals of the three-point linkage and precision machine parts. With several international buyers seeing an alternative in their supply chain away from China, we have found increased traction for our services among existing as well as new customers. Your company has always been making meaningful strides in the CSR as well as sustainability initiatives as well. During the completed fiscal, we supported several social causes in the community around our manufacturing facilities. Towards sustainable energy adoption, our Vizag facility is now equipped with captive rooftop solar plant, while our Noida facilities have got open access solar power supply. We believe that these initiatives will go a long way in generating positive impact on society and environment in which we operate. Now, moving on to the financial highlights of the company for the fiscal year 23-24. The year under review presented different realities than what has been anticipated. There was a demand weakness in certain global markets, marked by trade partners selecting to destock their inventories. Since new sales by the company to its trade partners in large consuming markets trended lower, there was a 16.6% revenue from operations decline during the concluded financial year. However, on the positive side, the financial core of a business remained attractive, which is 19.53% ROCE in 2024, 160.19% operating cash flow from profit after tax, and an 18.49% EBITDA margin, and continued net debt-free status by the close of the year. The profit after tax came in at 124.7 crores rupees, which is a decrease of 39.1%. The operating cash flow generation for full year in the financial 24 was INR 199.7 crores. This is a result of positive PAT as well as good working capital performance. As a result of above, Uniparts' balance sheet is net debt-free at the end of financial year 24, with group net cash position at approximately 103.4 crore rupees. The basic earnings per share for the full year have been rupees 28.13 per share. With the above backdrop, on behalf of the Board of Directors, I would like to express our sincere appreciation for the continued and consistent support received from all the members of the company, from our business partners, associates, as well as regulators, banks, and other business stakeholders. I would also like to thank my colleagues on the board for their continued guidance, support, and contributions made to the company. On behalf of the board, I also wish to acknowledge the committed services from the employees of the company at all levels during the year. Let me now hand over to
globally. So these markets are exposed to some cyclicality. What we are really trying to do is to expand our product platforms. You are aware that we have the PMP platform and the three-point linkage platform. We have stated in the past that we will be looking at the PTO, hydraulic, and the fabrication platform. We are working on some organic as well as inorganic opportunities over there, which will help in creating the significant third product platform for growth soon. At the same time, we are also at the beginning stages of executing another leg of de-risking and growth. We talked about our global delivery model, and hence, consequently, we had this ability to manage the offshoring and onshoring as well as in the US. But we are now also seeing a shift towards nearshoring, where Mexico is becoming important. So we are exploring opportunities there as well, and we are in a discussion with the customer about some large potential opportunities there. Hence, while cyclicality is inherent in our business, we continuously trying to de-risk the business further and get growth with further platforms and further growth and add more strategic element to our businesses. I hope that answers your question.
May I request next shareholder to please ask your question.
Sir, I am audible?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Good afternoon and thanks to the board members for giving me the opportunity. My name is Ankur Chanda. Sir, I just want to say that our corporate governance is too good. तो वैसे तो कोई दिक्कत है ही नहीं सर, लेकिन फिर भी एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन मैं पूछना चाहूँगा that where do we see business growing in the next 3 to 5 years from top line and bottom line? बस मैं इतना ही जानना चाहूँगा, बाकी हमारे CS डिपार्टमेंट और CS तो बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है सर, इतना ही, धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Ankur. Now I move to ask Rohit ji to please reply.
Okay. So we have been continuously investing for growth and have been working diligently on de-risking and diversification as well. Increasing the proportion of revenue coming from warehousing sales is also part of the strategy to grow margins and enhance customer stickiness. Our medium-term goal for the organic revenue growth is about 16% CAGR. We would also like to try to cover some of the lost ground in these 2 years. On the margin front, currently the business is witnessing operating deleverage, due to which the margins are suppressed. The medium-term target is to get back to the 20% EBITDA margins. Hope that answers your questions.
Now I would request next shareholder to please ask your question.
Good evening, board members and shareholders. My name is Ashok Kumar Jain. Sir, my question is, what challenge do you foresee in the business?
Thank you, Ashok ji. I would request Rohit to now take up.
The management has been focusing on de-risking the business over the years and also implementing business processes and digital tools to make the operations more robust, sustainable, and less susceptible to variations. However, the nature and extent of the demand variation and volatility over the last few quarters has been quite high. While cyclicality of the end market is something the management has been able to work upon and build countermeasures, high short-term demand volatility is the challenge which the business is facing in the last few quarters, and trying to adapt and overcome these suitable measures linked to the business development, effort ramp-up, and cost escalations. I hope that answers your questions.
Now I would request next shareholder to quietly ask your question.
Hello everyone, myself Gagan Kumar. My question to the management is that do you have any strategy for acquisition, for expansion of your existing business? Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thanks for your question. Please be noted that we do explore opportunities in normal course of business, including inorganic strategy to add to our existing product portfolio and strengthen our customer profile. Geographical reach and if possible add some new technologies or patents. In terms of Companies Act 2013 and SEBI LODR Regulation 2015, we will obtain requisite approvals and make it public upon materialization. It is difficult to put a specific timelines to this exercise, but our endeavor is to close something in near term if all necessary parameters are met. Thus, you find our information in order as such.
First, this is fine. Now I would request next shareholders to please ask me a question.
Good evening to all of you, sir. My name is Charanjit Kaur, and my question is, in terms of dividends last year, 2 interim dividends were announced, and in current year, also 1 interim dividend has been announced already. Can we expect the same trend for the rest of this year and going forward as well? Thank you, sir.
Our Our dividend policy has not changed. However, owing to the healthy cash flows and accumulated cash reserve, the board of directors has been able to recommend a higher payouts last year and in current year also. The trend is in a similar direction. Having said that, we continue to look for opportunities to deploy cash flows towards growth and inorganic options. So cash utilization will be adequately balanced by the board of directors going forward between dividend, buybacks and funding for growth with applicable approvals. Plus you find the information in order as such.
Thank you, madam. Now you request next shareholders to please ask your question.
Good evening, sir. Thanks to board members for giving us the opportunity. My name is Narendra Singh Chauhan. My question, what were kind of CSR and sustainability initiative Uniparts of India Limited during the financial year 2023-2024?
In terms of CSR initiatives, the company collaborates closely with the local communities, agencies and organizations, focusing on education, skill development, healthcare, rural development and social welfare. The total annual outlay of CSR has grown approximately threefold in the last 3 years. Some of the examples of the CRS initiatives undertaken are funds of scholarship at BITS Pilani, sponsored quality pre-primary education for underprivileged children in association with servants of people. We have joined hands with the Kalgidhar Trust with the vision of setting up computer labs and enhanced facilities benefiting 4,000 students across various schools at Ludhiana and Amritsar. We have organized 12,000 free eye checkups, 270 eye camps, 2,052 free spectacle distribution, and 81 free cataract surgeries arranged at Barabanki in Uttar Pradesh. We supported Maitri, an NGO engaged with and supports 200 abandoned and destitute widows in Vrindavan and Radhakund, Mathura. The company's association with Wishing and Blessing distributed warm clothes to the needy in Noida and Delhi during the winter session and also donated a van for food distribution. The company also supported Christian Medical College and Hospital in Ludhiana under Clinical Hematology Diagnostic Fund, Clinical Hematology Treatment Fund, and Institution Quality Department. The endeavor is to contribute to the similar line as last financial year, which may give benefit to the society at large. Further, in terms of environment sustainability initiatives, in the reported fiscal, we equipped our Visakhapatnam facility with the rooftop solar plant and our Noida facility have got open access solar energy. I trust you will find the information in order.
Thank you, sir. It seems that we don't have any other shareholders who have any other question. So with this, we may hand over now Mr. Kuldeep Soni to kindly proceed.
Thanks, Jatin and Rohit. Members, on behalf of the board, would like to thank each and every member for their active participation at the meeting and also for their suggestions and comments. I would also like to mention that we have received comments and queries in the chat box on the meeting page. The same will be responded by our secretarial department separately. I now request Mr. Nilesh Jain, scrutinizer, to take the charge